Hello and welcome to Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show I shall be chatting to Izzy and Dan, otherwise known as Vona Vella. We'll be chatting about their amazing harmonies, spinning their latest sounds, and we'll also be playing some top homegrown music from local bands right here on Live, Local and Loud. Hello, I hope you're all well and fighting fit, and I can guarantee you that we won't mention anything to do with royalty over the next 55 minutes. So instead, let's kick things off with Ferris's latest song, or one of Ferris' latest songs actually, released last month. Here's Ferris and Halo. was a lovely brand new song from Ferris called Halo, released only last month, and I believe they've got an album coming up as well, either this month or next month indeed. Okay, speaking about new songs, here's a brand new one as well from Mouth Culture, local indie favourites, Bonnie and Clyde. That was the latest from Mouth Culture and Bonnie and Clyde. Staying with brand new songs, we're going to play a little one by Sean now, who was last week's guest. Don't forget, if you want to hear any of the previous interviews, check out www.musicinleicester.co.uk. We had a lovely little chat with Sean last week. Here's his latest song, in fact, called Only You Can Do It.
Just can't sleep, so you stay away. Sometimes you just can't sleep, so you stay away. But I'm trying to ask you nicely, can you give yourself a break? I understand if you don't, no reason to be so cold. I understand that your brain is feeling kind of old, 'cause you've been sitting in the same hole, and you don't know how to get it out, and you're in your head shouting out, 'cause you don't figure it out, 'cause you don't know who you are now, and I'm really trying to help you out. The truth is, only you can do it. The truth is, only you can do it. Sometimes you just can't sleep, so you stay awake. Sometimes you just can't sleep, so you stay awake. When I'm trying to ask you nicely, can you give yourself a break? I understand if you don't. No reason to be so cold. I understand that your brain is feeling kind of old, 'cause you've been sitting in the same mold, and you don't know how to get it out, and you're in your head shouting out, 'cause you don't know what you're about, and you're trying to figure it out, and you don't know who you are now, and I'm really trying to help you out. Truth is, only you can do it. The truth is, only you can do it. Only you can figure it out. Way, way, way. Only you can figure it out. Way, way, way. Only you can figure it out. Way, way, way. Only you can figure it out. Truth is, only you can do it.
That was the wonderful Sean, and Only You Can Do It. If you want to check him out on Facebook, his Facebook page is Sean the One. That's the word the one, and then the number one. So Sean the One, one. And that's his Facebook page. Excellent. And that was Only You Can Do It. Okay, so now we're going to play a song slightly older. This was actually released last year as one of the first songs to be released from a young band called Smoke Test. And it was written during lockdown, hence the title, Lockdown Number One. That was Smoke Test and Lockdown number 1. I think it's time for this week's interview now, where I shall be chatting to young Izzy and Dan, Vona Vella, lovely young duo from Leicestershire. But first of all, let's play their song Sun, and this is the Morcheeba remix.
Shall we make it a new day? Let's be cliche, no one's here to see. Miss our days at the beach, babe. Smell of your hairspray, sitting by the sea. Now, I don't like the way the city speaks. How can we listen for another week? Miss our days at the beach, babe. Such better days, nothing here for me. Way the city speaks. Together, but I feel straight. This is downplay, you're too blind to see. Every day is a Monday. I want to get away, but you seem fine to me. Now, I don't like the way the city speaks. How could we listen for another week? Miss our days at the beach, babe. Such better days, nothing here for me. Way the city speaks. It's just the way for me, the way for me, I know.
Hello, on today's little interview on Live, Local and Loud, I'm joined here today by young Izzy and young Dan from Vona Vella. Hello guys, how are you both?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, I'm extraordinarily well. That's Dan. What about Izzy? Are you there too, Izzy?
Yes, I'm fantastic, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for joining us today, by the way, on Live, Local and Loud. Looking at my research, both of you look very young. Are you in your teens, or how old or young are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, yeah, I'm still in my teens. Well, I'm going to be 20 next month.
Wow.
And I am 20.
Wowza! So, how young were you when you started out then, as a duo, as Vona Vella, or were you were a duo before, weren't you, as Izzy and Dan?
Yeah, we did sort of like a function band for a year or so just before COVID hit, and we did that when we were 17.
When we left college instead of going uni, yeah. So It was about 17.
Yeah, about 17, 18. So only a few years.
So does that mean you're focused solely on your music, or are you also going to education as well?
No, it's mainly on the music. We were tempted at first when we were leaving college. We weren't too sure whether or not to, go to uni, because all of our friends were doing that. But we thought instead of doing that, we'd actually try and get some gigs and get some experience.
Wow, and actually become professional musicians.
Yeah, basically go for it anyway. So.
Okay, we've just played one of your songs, Sun. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So we originally wrote that song in the garden when we first met back up after lockdown. We didn't have much intention of recording it or really bringing a song out yet. Vona Vella wasn't a thing. And then a really lovely guy, Ross from band Morcheeba, got in touch with us.
Oh, wow.
Said he loved the track. So just like through email, I think he spotted us through Instagram.
Right.
So
that must have been quite exciting when he got in touch.
It was really exciting, yeah, especially because my parents are quite big fans of Morcheeba.
Wow.
They've listened to them like a lot when they were younger, so
brilliant.
That kind of made us realise how great the song was. So we kind of ran to the studio to get it done.
Yeah, actually.
And it all happened really fast, to be honest.
So it's one of your own songs. Can you tell us a little bit about it, the meaning behind it?
So we kind of wrote it about the situation of people moving to the city because they think that's what they want, and they think that they need to live a productive sort of life and always have like a million things going on. And then once these people have actually moved to the city, they realise that what they really want is just to go back to their simple life. For
Right.
example, by the beach in this case.
Have you written lots of songs? Have you got lots of music?
Well, in a way, that was sort of like the first song we wrote together. So we wrote a few songs, yes, but we're just trying to build our repertoire up a little bit. I think, we're planning to release some more music in the future, but we're just trying to get our best music out there.
Oh, okay. Before lockdown then, what was it like as a young duo like yourselves? What's it like trying to get it established? And have you got any advice for young people who might want to do the same thing?
Yeah, it was quite tricky because we were 17. Obviously, most of our work was going to situations with much older people, so we did find ourselves getting treated like children quite a lot.
Yeah.
But after a while, you start to prove yourself and prove, you're there to work and stuff. And if people like what you're doing, 9 times out of 10, people are super respectful. And after a while, we just start to get treated like everybody else, to be honest. You just worked every single weekend, took every gig we possibly could.
And how did you discover that your voices worked well together?
We went to college together. And we were like rehearsing in bands and stuff together, and I think from there we realised that our tones sort of matched quite well, and because we can both do harmonies, we just sort of we could sync together really well. So then that's when we decided to do the cover stuff, and it just, from doing it for like a year or so, we just got really, really good and comfortable with each other.
Brilliant. Have you got any aspirations to form a band, or are you just happy with it at the moment?
We would definitely love to have some, not so much like a whole band with a new name, but would love to have some more people on board for some bigger gigs. For example, if we get some bigger gigs in the future, I would like to have, a drummer and a bass player and stuff.
Because often for you must be very confident people to actually perform on a stage when people are just looking at you two. Are you confident people? How does it feel on the stage as well?
We're a lot more confident when we turn up at a restaurant or bar and we have to play our entertainment set. That's fine for us, but when it comes to playing your original music, we've not actually done it much, so we're not overly confident yet. It's pretty nerve-wracking, but we love it anyway.
And how does that work? When you're playing your covers, do you mix in one or two of your own songs as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think we mainly do the covers. That's sort of the main thing, because that's what the pubs and the venues and stuff, that's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
But I think if we find an audience is really sort of they're listening and they're singing along or something, we might just throw in an original now and again just to see what people's responses are. Because if we get a really good response from an original, then we just know maybe it's something we might release or we'll carry on playing live or. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, yeah. Because that's an unfortunate side effect of human nature, isn't it? We tend to only like stuff that we're familiar with, which is why the covers tend to go down really well, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the number of bands that we've spoken to that have to play covers to get people into their music in the first place, and then eventually they'll start coming along to their own original gigs, and then things start to pick up from there. But
we've kept it quite separate, really. The whole entertainment stuff is kind of like a job, and then obviously Vona Vella, this is brand new. We're not really crossing the two.
Presume you make more money then, if you don't mind me asking. You make more money doing the cover stuff at the moment, is that right?
In the grand scheme of it, in total of all the gigs, yeah, we've made probably more money from the covers than the original stuff. But with the Spotify streams that we've had, we've been able to get a bit of money from it, which is really nice, and it's quite a good, incentive to carry on making music, our own original music.
Absolutely, so. And hopefully one day the original stuff should overtake the cover stuff, then, shouldn't it? Let's play another one of your songs, and then we'll chat a bit more afterwards about a lockdown and all the rest of that, how that's affected in and the future. So let's play one of your songs. Let's play Maybe It's Us. Before we do, though, can you just tell us a little bit about it?
So Maybe It's Us. This was our second single we recorded, and we quite enjoy writing songs about other people's relationship problems. So it was just about someone recognising there's a problem in a relationship and just trying to figure out themselves what the problem is, and maybe they're just not that compatible.
Excellent. So here's Maybe It's Us by Vona Vella.
Your smile, feeling you don't mean it most of the while. Maybe it's us, maybe it's us. Can't work out your eyes. Maybe it's the way you squint all the time. Maybe it's us, maybe it's us. A different type of meditation. We need distance between. Yeah, we'll try deny our love ain't what it seems. You want it all without a sound. Why don't you ever complain? You can try deny our love ain't what it seems. Ooh. You can try deny our love ain't what it seems. Such a sight, we're messing it up. Ooh, we're messing it up. Ever wondered why we never moved along with time? We are at a standstill and it's bad for my mind. A different type of meditation. We need distance between. Yeah, we'll try deny our love ain't what it seems. You want it all without a sound. Why don't you ever complain? You can try deny our love ain't what it seems. Ooh. You can try deny our love ain't what it seems. Giving it up.
That was Maybe It's Us by Vona Vella, and I'm here today on Live, Local and Loud with Izzy and Dan from Vona Vella. Are you still there, guys?
Yes.
Hello, yes,
Hello.
Excellent. Just briefly, so just give me a clue as to how does the music making process work for yourselves? Do you come up with the lyrics and the sound together, or how does that all work?
So we found that the best way that we work together is usually I would come to Izzy with like a guitar chord progression or something, or maybe just like a riff. And then from that, we both work out the melodies and sort of what we're actually going to sing, like the notes we're going to sing. And then from that, Izzy usually does all the lyrics. So that's the way we've sort of found works better.
I often think lockdowns must be quite good for musicians in a way, because it gives them time out then to write a load of songs. Have you found that to be the case in the lockdowns, or what you've been up to musically?
Yeah, to be honest, lockdown was nothing but quite a good opportunity for us work-wise, because we managed to come away from the gig work of covers, and we had so much time to just write our own music. And we spoke to a lot of friends who do music too, and they found it difficult to write because they said they had nothing to inspire them. But we felt quite the opposite, to be honest. So the time on our hands made us feel inspired.
Are you actually sort of physically together, or are you apart geographically?
We've gone in and out of, because obviously we are actually a couple as well. So in some lockdowns we've chose to live together, like this one. Previous lockdowns we have been apart though, and we've been writing from like video calls and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that must make it a lot easier as well, just spending all day together as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed on your Facebook pages you seem to be pretty active pretty recently. It looks like you've been doing live streams. Have you been doing live streams and things during lockdown?
We've been doing more like live sessions, not so much like live streams ourselves, but we've actually been really shocked at how many people will offer us a live session and just to film and record us. We've had loads of great opportunity. We're filming another one this Friday up in Nottingham, so we've just had loads of opportunities.
Do you think the current lockdowns, the situation is going to change things musically for people like yourselves in the future? When we get unlocked, do you think things will be different in any way?
I think things will be different. I think a lot of people have realised sort of how important music is for musicians and just for everyone really. I think the difference in a venue when music's playing and you can have a drink to then there's just no live music playing, and it's just it always adds like an atmosphere. So I think people are going to be so willing and they just want to have live music on.
Appreciate it more maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been speaking to a number of musicians that have been doing live streams on their pages. Do you think that things after lockdown, things may become a little bit more focused on that side of things, on the social media live streaming front as well, or will that just get forgotten about and people will just go to gigs again?
I think there'll sort of be a meet in the middle thing. I think it will probably like stay for a while, but as soon as these venues open, they're going to want to fill them with artists, you know, they're going to want people coming in. But maybe people will make more of a decision to live stream the gig, so it could be a live gig and that will be live streamed. I do think it'll stop a little bit though.
I think there's, do you think perhaps there's two different types of audiences? Ones that like going to gigs and ones that like sitting at home but watching live music?
Yeah,
Tricky question.
I think so. I feel like I've never really thought about it. I don't know, I think maybe some people still might feel a bit anxious about COVID and the whole scenario of being able to sit at home and watch the music that they love from home might just be more comfortable for them. But then I think there's definitely some people that are just ready to have a drink and go and watch some live music and, you know, feel the atmosphere and that because it's been so long without it.
So what have you got any plans, any big gigs coming up when we do get unlocked? Because hopefully, as Boris says, this is going to be the final lockdown apparently. Things, I think on the live music front, what was it, end of May, June-ish time or something like that you may be able to start performing. So have you got any plans for that sort of time?
Well, we're definitely going to be on the lookout playing gigs and venues. We have been in conversation with Morchiba, the band that remixed our song, and we have said there might be a chance we could do a support act at one of their shows. Would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would be like kind of one extreme to the other, because we've not really played. We played one Vona Vella gig ever, so to go from one in a small venue to go to that is going to be quite overwhelming.
That's it.
But hopefully that's in the books.
Crikey, that'd be great. And then obviously when you've done that, just try and ride with it and just see if you can keep up that momentum. That'd be fantastic. That must be very exciting then for you both.
Yeah, very exciting and kind of nerve-wracking as well, because we actually don't have that much material yet. So we actually have to sort of write all these songs that we're going to be performing as well. which adds a little bit more stress to it, I think.
But we write every day, so it's kind of just picking one.
Excellent. Oh wow, that sounds really exciting for you both. Okay, well, good luck to that. But you've got nothing actually concrete yet. No actual dates for gigs, local gigs or anything yet.
Nothing concrete now.
Okay, brilliant. So if people want to keep in touch with you guys on social media, how do they go about doing it?
So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. It's Vona and Vella, Vella. And I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
And that's all obviously one word, isn't it, on Facebook?
Yeah, it's all one word, yeah.
I must admit, it's quite a good name for a band, because I've Googled it and not much else comes up. It's just you guys, which is great.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons we picked it, actually. Yeah. We did a little search about it and stuff, but people often call us Vona Vella because we've spelt it a bit weird.
I guess Vona Vella they might be thinking about two N's in the middle, really, if it's Vona Vella or something like that.
It doesn't look as good.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, well, brilliant. Well, nice. It's great to chat to you guys. All the best. All the best for the future, and I hope it goes really well with that Morcheeba thing. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That was great to hear from Izzy and Dan, otherwise known as Vona Vella. Also, very exciting news about they're potentially on the edge of getting that lucky break that everybody dreams of. So yeah, good luck guys with Morcheeba. So now we're going to have a bit of The Phased and Soul Revival.
Circles just to come around.
From 2017, that was The Phased and Soul Revival. Great little video going along to that in their YouTube channel, so just check it out. That's The Phased. Now we're going to hear from the Heartland Roots Band. We had them on the show a couple of weeks ago. As I say, don't forget, if you want to hear any of the previous interviews or previous shows of Live Local and Loud, you can check out www.musicinleicester.co.uk. There's also a very handy gig guide in that as well, which has got all the dates of gigs coming up, and there are a lot of gigs coming up as well. Have to be careful with that though, because a lot of the gigs in the diary have also been cancelled. But that's www.musicinleicester.co.uk. But until then, let's have the Heartland Roots Band and Hit Me Like a Freight Train.
Bought a ticket to anywhere. I was treading water, never breathing air. Come the morning, I'd be gone. New horizon to look upon. New day and what it brings. I was holding out for the next thing. Then you hit me like a freight train, went through my brain. Tired of this town. Everything was wired upside down. I must confess I was in a mess. My heart was inside out. I was cold, I was getting old. Of that there was no doubt. Then you hit me like a freight train, went through my brain.
Now we're going to hear from a band who unfortunately are no longer with us, the Pale Faces. A very alternative band, amazing to watch. Definitely thought right out of the box when they were planning their live performances. Lots of theatrical stuff going on there. They're great to watch, but unfortunately are no longer with us. But anyway, here's one of my favourite tracks of theirs, Eat You Alive. Oh, it's great to hear from them again. That was the Pale Faces, Eat You Alive. And finally on today's little show, I hope you've enjoyed the show. We're going to end up with a twosome that make a very, very big sound for a twosome. Here's Timus and Vampire.
Ready when you are. Are you ready? Yeah.
That was Leicester's very own troublesome twosome, Timas and Vampire. That brings us to the end of today's show here on Live, Local and Loud. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you want to find out about any of the artists that were on today's show or find out what gigs are coming up when we've been unlocked, check out www.musicinleicester.co.uk. I'll see you 5 o'clock next Thursday here on Hermitage FM. Until then, do have a good week, stay safe and keep away from any nasty viruses.